Welcome to this deep dive. This is brought to you by Growth Suite. If you're really looking to, boost your Shopify store's revenue without chasing more traffic, Growth Suite could be a real game changer. It helps you run smart discount campaigns.
Yeah, and you can test it out for free on your Shopify store. Definitely worth a look.
Absolutely. So today we're getting laser focused on something that honestly could unlock a surprising amount of potential for you. It's conversion rate optimization, or CRO.
Mm-hmm.
Think of it like finding this hidden gold mine, but it's within the traffic you already have.
That's such a good way to put it. It's easy to get caught up in constantly needing more visitors, right?
Totally, the chase for traffic.
Exactly. But often, the biggest wins, the most significant gains are right there, under your nose. Every visitor landing on your store, that's an opportunity,
An opportunity you're maybe missing.
potentially. And by focusing on CRO, you're essentially making sure more of those opportunities actually, turn into fails. We're going to explore how even like small tweaks can lead to really substantial revenue increases for you.
Okay, so let's get straight to it then. What exactly is conversion rate optimization when we're talking Shopify?
Okay, so put simply, it's the method, the process really, that you use to make sure a higher percentage of the people visiting your site actually do what you want them to do.
Right, the desired action.
Precisely. And for most Shopify owners, the big one, the main goal, is turning a browser into a buyer, getting that sale.
Makes sense.
But, and this is important, a conversion isn't just a sale. It can be other valuable actions too, things you want them to take.
Like what?
Well, like signing up for your email list, maybe, so you can connect with them later. Or creating an account great for repeat business.
Oh yeah, good point. Or adding to a wish list.
Exactly. Adding to a wish list shows intent. It's all about maximizing the value from the traffic that's already showing interest in what you offer.
Okay, so how do you actually measure this? Is there a formula?
There is, and it's pretty straightforward. Your conversion rate is calculated by taking the total number of conversions, those actions we just talked about,
Yep.
sales, signups, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
dividing that number by the total number of visitors to your store during that same period.
Okay.
And then you just multiply by 100 to get a percentage.
So, conversions visitors
Yes,
by 100.
You got it. Now, this number, the percentage, it might seem small when you first look at it. Maybe 1%, 2%, 3%.
Yeah, it doesn't sound huge initially.
Right. But, and this is the kicker, even a tiny nudge in that percentage can have a surprisingly large impact on your actual profits.
Let's paint a picture, make it concrete. Imagine your Shopify store, right? It currently brings in, say, $150,000 in revenue each year, and your conversion rate is 2%.
Okay. Pretty typical scenario for many stores.
Yeah. Now, what if you could just nudge that rate up to 3%? Just one single percentage point increase. That's just one extra person out of every 100 visitors buying something. That 1 point translates to an extra $75,000 in revenue every single year.
Wow. That's significant. 75K extra just from optimizing what you already have.
Exactly. Think about what you could do with that extra boost. Reinvest, develop new products, or just, enjoy a healthier bottom line.
And what's particularly powerful about focusing on CRO for you, the store owner, is its long-term nature. It has this compounding effect.
That's so.
Well, unlike a flash sale or some limited time promotion that gives you a temporary spike in sales,
Yeah, those wear off.
right, the improvements you make through CRO, they get baked into your store's performance. They become part of how your site works.
I see. So they keep working for you.
Month after month, year after year.
Yeah.
They steadily increase the efficiency of your website and, importantly, your marketing spend.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, as people start thinking about optimizing their own store, it probably helps to have some context, like what are typical rates?
Good question. It varies, of course. The general e-commerce average often floats somewhere between, say, 1% and 3%. But here's where Shopify often gives you a bit of an edge.
Oh,
Because the platform itself is so focused on user experience, and it has a really streamlined, optimized checkout process built in.
yeah, the Shopify checkout is pretty smooth.
It really is. So stores on Shopify often see conversion rates that are, get this, up to 36% higher than stores on other platforms.
36% higher. Wow, that's a significant built-in advantage just for being on Shopify.
It absolutely is. It's a great starting point for you.
So, are there benchmarks within Shopify itself, like for different types of stores?
Yeah, there are some interesting variations if we look at specific industries. It gives you a rough idea, though you shouldn't obsess over these numbers.
Okay, like what?
Well, for instance, if you're in, say, health and beauty, the average conversion rate on Shopify tends to be around 3.0%.
Okay, over 3%. Not bad.
Not bad at all. But if you're in fashion and apparel, The average might be closer to 1.41%.
Quite a bit lower.
It is. Home and garden, maybe around 1.73%. Food and beverage can actually do quite well, averaging about 3.58%.
Interesting. Food and bev is higher than health and beauty.
Yeah, maybe impulse buys or clearer needs. Electronics and toys and games tend to hover a bit lower again, around 1.39% and 1.81% respectively.
Got it. So helpful as a very rough guide, maybe.
Exactly. But here's a really important point for you, the listener, to remember. These industry averages, they're just that, averages.
Right. Don't get hung up on them.
Precisely. Your primary focus should really be on your own store's historical performance. How are you doing compared to last month, last year, and just strive for consistent improvement for you.
Yeah. Focus on your own progress.
Absolutely. Don't get fixated on hitting some specific industry number, especially because so many things affect your rate, like your pricing, how unique your products are, the
What's
complexity.
your specific target audiences?
All of that.
Yeah.
It all plays a huge role in your actual conversion rate.
Okay, so that brings us to the why. Why should store owners be making CRO a priority, like right now?
Ah, the business case. It's incredibly strong, especially when you look at the financials. Think about the cost of getting traffic in the first place.
It's going up, isn't it? Ads aren't cheap.
They really aren't. The cost of acquiring traffic is constantly rising. We're seeing huge jumps year over year in things like Facebook's CPMs, cost per 1,000 impressions. In some sectors, they've shot up by like 89%.
89%, wow.
Yeah. And Google AdWords. The cost per click in competitive niches can easily be $5 or more.
Ouch.
And even organic traffic, which people often think of as free, well, it requires a massive investment of your time and resources in content, SEO, outreach.
Right, nothing's truly free. So CRO helps you make the most of the visitors you're already paying for, one way or another.
Exactly. It offers you a powerful way to get the absolute most value out of the visitors you're already working so hard and often spending so much to attract.
It's like that leaky bucket analogy. Right?
Perfect analogy. If you're just focused on pouring more water traffic into the top of the bucket without fixing the holes, poor conversion points.
You're just wasting water. Or money and effort in this case.
Precisely. CRO is about plugging those leaks, making sure more of the traffic you do get actually converts into sales or leads or whatever your goal is.
So a store spending, let's say, $5,000 a month on ads, if they double their conversion rate from 2% to 4%.
They've effectively doubled the return on that ad spend. It's like getting an extra $5,000 worth of advertising value every single month without spending an extra dime on the ads themselves.
That's huge. It reframes the whole value of optimization.
And the benefits for you don't stop at just the ad budget. When your conversion rate improves, every single marketing dollar you invest just works harder, works more efficiently.
How so?
Well, your cost to acquire a new customer goes down, obviously. The lifetime value of that customer becomes much more significant compared to what it cost you to get them initially.
Right, the ratio improves.
Exactly. And ultimately, your overall marketing ROI, your return on investment, gets a substantial boost. This creates this positive feedback loop.
More profit means more to reinvest wisely.
Precisely. Which allows you to grow even more strategically.
Okay, let's put some more specific numbers on that ROI improvement for our listeners.
Yeah. Let's say your average order value, your AOV, is $75.
Yeah.
And maybe you're currently spending about $25 to acquire each new customer, and that's at a 2% conversion rate.
So $75 minus $25 cost leaves $50 profit per new customer.
Right. Now, what happens if you manage, through CRO, to increase your conversion rate to just 3%? Same traffic, same AOV.
Okay.
Your customer acquisition cost effectively drops because you need fewer visitors per conversion, right? It drops to around $16.67.
Because you're converting more efficiently.
Exactly. So now your profit per customer jumps from $50 to $58.33. $75, $16.67.
That's, let me see, almost a 17% improvement in profitability per customer.
A 16.7% improvement, yeah. Just from optimizing the conversion rate. You didn't have to change your products. You didn't have to change your prices. Just made the path smoother.
That really highlights the efficiency gain.
It really does. And there's another key consideration for you in today's e-commerce world. The sheer number of competitors.
Yeah, how many Shopify stores are there now? It feels like millions.
Over 1.75 million active stores. And it's still growing. It is a crowded environment.
No kidding.
So in this crowded space, CRO offers you what you might call a blue ocean strategy.
Okay, explain that. Blue ocean versus red ocean.
Right. So the red ocean is where most of your competitors are fighting fiercely over the same pool of customers, often driving up ad costs, competing purely on price. It's bloody, metaphorically
Yeah,
speaking.
right. Intense competition.
Whereas a blue ocean is about creating uncontested market space, while everyone else is slugging it out in the expensive battle to attract more clicks.
You can gain a sustainable advantage by just getting better at converting the clicks you already have.
Exactly. You become more efficient. This focus on optimization can really set you apart over the long term. It's a different way to compete.
And it probably makes things better for the customer too, right?
Oh, absolutely. Let's not overlook that. Stores that are well optimized for conversion, they aren't just better at selling. They usually provide a much smoother, more intuitive shopping experience overall.
Less friction, easier to find things, easier to check out.
All of that. And that naturally leads to higher levels of customer satisfaction.
Which means better reviews, maybe?
Better online reviews, definitely. And, crucially, more word-of-mouth referrals. People telling their friends about the good experience they had.
And those are like gold dust for any business.
Invaluable. These benefits build a foundation for lasting success that goes way beyond just the immediate sales numbers. It builds your brand reputation.
So it seems pretty clear then, prioritizing conversion rate optimization isn't just like a nice to have for your Shopify store.
No, not at all. It's really a fundamental component of building a sustainable, profitable online business today.
Okay. So if someone's listening and thinking, right, I need to do this, where do they start? What are the basics?
Good question. To really set yourself up for conversion success, there are two foundational elements we need to touch on, at least briefly. Think of them as the bedrock.
Okay, what are they?
First, the technical setup of your store. Things like site speed, mobile responsiveness, ensuring there are no bugs or broken links. The basics need to be solid.
Right, the technical health.
Exactly. And second, the analytics framework you have in place. You need to be able to measure what's happening, understand user behavior, track your KPIs.
The measurement piece, you can't improve what you don't measure.
You absolutely can. These two things, solid technicals and robust analytics, they are the essential building blocks. All your optimization efforts will be built on top of them.
Makes perfect sense. You can't expect to build, I don't know, a high-performing race car on a shaky chassis, right?
Great analogy. Same principle applies here.
Okay, so as we start to wrap up this initial part of our dip dive, the main takeaway seems to be that understanding and actively working to improve your Shopify store's conversion rate. It's not just tweaking numbers.
No, it can unlock really significant financial benefits for you and give you a genuine competitive edge in this, let's face it, very dynamic world of e-commerce.
So maybe a question for everyone listening to think about. What is your store's current conversion rate? Do you even know it precisely?
Good prompt. And maybe more importantly, what could the potential impact be on your revenue, your profitability, if you managed even a small improvement, say 0.5%, 1%?
Really visualizing that $75,000 example, maybe scaled to their own numbers.
Exactly. Take some time to think about that because it really shapes how you should approach this whole process.
And just to reiterate, this isn't a one-time fix, is it? Set it and forget it.
Definitely not. CRO is an ongoing journey. It's about continually trying to understand your customers' behavior, why they click here, why they drop off there, and constantly refining the online experience you offer them.
Always learning, always testing, always improving.
That's the mindset.
Well, this has been really insightful. And remember, this deep dive was powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite isn't just about offering discounts. It's really a powerful tool designed to help you understand your customers' shopping behavior better.
Yeah, it uses comprehensive analytics to help you see what's going on.
Right, and then it lets you deliver personalized, time-sensitive offers right at the perfect moment to actually boost those conversions we've been talking about.
And it integrates seamlessly, right? Looks native.
Totally. Integrates right into your Shopify store, works like a native feature so it protects your branding. Plus, it even has AI-powered campaign recommendations to help you maybe uncover opportunities you hadn't even thought of.
Sounds pretty useful for putting some of these CRO ideas into practice.
Exactly. So if you're ready to explore how to unlock more revenue from your existing traffic, maybe consider giving Growth Suite a try. Thanks for diving in with us today.